Good morning, everybody. Update. Last night I thought I may have had the problem fixed. I got the switch reconnected in the ignition area. However, the door chime never came back on. It was about 9:30 by the time I got that done, and I needed to go to bed. It was cold as heck. It still is. It's 10 degrees outside. However, I'm wondering if maybe when everything happened, I blew a fuse. So I'm going to get underneath there, try to find the fuses, see if one of them's blown. Hopefully that fixes the issue. I don't know. I'll give you updates. You can't see anything underneath the dash. It's just one of those mornings. It's going to really suck. I got to be to work. I got to get this car, I got to get the van running. So it snowed overnight, not a lot. Got to clean the panels off so we get the van topped off during the day. I don't know how long I'm going to be stuck here. This is going to suck if we can't get this thing fixed real quick. I found an ignition shop. They don't open for a while, but I'm going to see if I can't find a fuse before I call somebody to start getting things towed. You know, they'll probably have a couple days. What am I going to do for a couple days? You know what I mean? So, all right. I mean, it's probably a 10-minute fix for them. But, you know, they'd still keep it for days. All right. I got to get out there. Start trying to work on it. All right, guys, update. I got the switch rehooked up last night, and it was correct. The battery cable was a little loose as well. So it's not perfect. I've got to figure out a way to get the clip in a little better. I got to find some toothpick, a couple toothpicks or something like that to jam the little electrode against the switch or against the ignition just a little better. But it's working. The van started up. Door chime came. As soon as I heard the door chime come on, I was like, yes, we are set. All right, I got to get cleaned up and get ready to go to work. Man, that's a load off. I knew what it was. And last night I thought I had it. I had zip tied it and I thought it was good. It was just the battery cable was just a little loose. So we're going to grab a tool, tighten that up a hair, and then we're going to get ready to go to work. All right, we will talk to you guys on the flip side. Well, good evening, everybody. We are not in a parking lot. We drove away. Man, what a cruddy situation, really. But the good thing is I knew what was wrong. That's the best thing. If it hadn't have been so late last night, I probably would have had it going. I just was frustrated because it was hard to get the little connection back where I needed it. And then when it didn't work, I wasn't going to go and start rolling around looking at fuses and everything else. I don't know why I didn't check the battery. It just didn't occur to me. The other thing was just barely loose. Vibrations from the forest road, I'm sure. Tomorrow, I got a little bit on it. I didn't feel like digging out the ratchet set. We'll dig that out when we get back to the forest. It's fine. I wiggled it today, and I tried to, and it didn't want to wiggle. So it'll be fine until I get to the forest. I'll show you and explain everything I really have to do and had to do better. But there's just this little connection that hooks into the ignition switch, and it makes that circuit. And if I don't hear those door chimes, you're not going to start the van. So I've still got some stuff to do. I want to clean it up, make it a little better. I tried to put the cowling back on the steering hub, and it would bump it. So I've got to trim the wire tie, and I made a epoxy it in so it's actually how it normally is. But we'll work on that in the forest. Right now I got the diesel heater going. It was 30 degrees in the van when I got out of work today. Right now it's, well, it was 12 when I pulled up. It's reading 15 because the motor's right there giving a little warmth. I don't know what the other one says. That one's that one's going even higher because it's right above the motor. So I thought about, I've got some spinach artichoke dip. Thought about making that tonight. But really, I just want to get in bed because I'm pretty darn tired, honestly. I didn't sleep much at all last night. Excuse me, I am warming up some cheese in front of the diesel heater. It ain't going to heat up. I'm going to put it in the air fryer. First thing I want to do, though, because it was 30 degrees in here, is the water pump going to pump? I assume it will, but you know what assume means, right? Let's give it a fire. No problems. Pumping fine. Tomorrow, it's going to be like -1. Overnight. So we want to make sure that the water cabinet is good and warm, so I got it cracked open. I left the window coverings in this morning. I don't know if that helped or hurt because it was sunny. It may have actually hurt because that sun would have warmed the cab up, which would have given a little more heat back here. But when I got ready to go into work this morning, it was snowing and overcast. So I didn't want to, leave the coverings off. Figure what the heck, leave them in, because it was warm back here. But again, at least I was in town. I didn't miss anything, no big deal. That's why I want to get that fixed as properly as I can. Zip tie, I saw a mechanic. That's what he said he does. He does it for people all the time. He said he'll do it for free just to help him out. And the way he does it looks like it works pretty good. I think if I trim the wire tie or zip tie, it may fit. I forgot to do it, and then I put the cowling on, and I was done. I was ready to just, thank gosh it's running. But I want to do it nice. Make sure I'll probably glue that zip tie in, the little bracket that used to be glued, and then even glue the little copper probe, whatever. But we're going to get the cheese going. Got good sun today. I was 13.5 on the batteries, 100%. So I was right about 100%. 13.6 is what I found to where it'll shut off. One other little thing we have to do, my door here, where I keep like my air fryer liners, my little strap pulled off. I may not have had it tight enough because the hole, I can't put it back on without taking the screw out. So I think it would just work itself free over time. But another project for the woods. Yeah, I really don't feel like cooking anything. It's, like I said, it's after 7. We're just going to heat this cheese up because I got to get rid of it anyways. I got some chips. We'll eat with it. And then if I get hungry, I can always snack. I was worried though when I couldn't get that to work last night because it's worked in the past. I just had to wiggle it. And I don't actually think I understood the full understanding. I think I didn't understand that it had already, excuse me, completely come apart. I thought it was just the connection was loose. Well, yeah, the whole thing was loose. So when it's happened in the past, I've just wiggled it, and it happened once in Kentucky, and I never really figured out what it was. I thought it was something else that was loose. It turned out it was not that. The last time I wiggled, no problem. Started right up. This time I wiggled, hit, pounded, played with, couldn't get it. Well, it's because it was completely apart and out of the area. So, zip tied for now, it'll be fine. But I was worried. I was thinking, man, I'm going to have to, stay in my van another night and then try to get it towed to an ignition shop. I thought I was in for a world of hurt. And when you take it to an ignition shop, I'm sure they're booked. They probably would have told me, hey, yeah, we're going to have it a week. What would I have done? I'd have been SOL, you know what I mean? They probably would have known right what it was and said, hey, man, we'll take care of it in 10 minutes. Or they would have told me, oh, we're going to have to diagnose it. We'll be here 3 days. That wouldn't have been good. I'd had got a hotel room. Don't want to do that. So we know the issue. We're going to have 100% fine tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, the day after. We are definitely going to the woods tomorrow night. It's still going to be cold, but low of 12 in town for the next night, which I'm fine. Out there, could be 0, could be 20. I don't know. Never know. But I'm very glad everything is safe. Little things, though, you never know. I mean, I lucked out there. Could have been major. When my gas lines came off on the highway in, was that Oklahoma? It was western Oklahoma. That could have been, it was a Sunday. The one place was open. It cost me $100 and whatever bucks to get it towed there. The kid climbed under there, put them back on. They came off several times more because I didn't realize, again, what the full issue was. Now that I bought that tool, got in there, crimped them real good, they've been fine ever since. So those are two things that could have been very big issues for me living in a van. But luckily, they were minor. Hopefully we'll keep minor things at the most. But things are going to break. You have to work on stuff. You always have to pay attention. Like the post on the battery in the engine compartment. I'm driving on washboard roads. That's something I got to put in the head again to, once every couple of weeks, check to see how tight they are. Little things like that. You at home you have in your house sticks and bricks. You got little things you do all the time, just without thinking. You got to put that list in the van too. So we will do that. But I'm so glad. It was such a weight off my back this morning. But, like I said, that's van life, guys. That's real van life. No candy coating it. I was dead in the water. Luckily, I was able to fix it. Got to have a little bit of sense, to be able to do a couple little things. In other words, you're going to be paying out the bum. But, yeah, that's what happens. So the water pump's fine. We're going to make sure we heat up this water cabinet good. We'll probably open up this as well. Get heat in there. I don't know. It's uninsulated right there. Those blankets I know aren't doing anything in there. That I shoved back in there. All that's going to do is bring more cold air onto the floor. We'll leave it closed. Nothing in there to worry about. So guys, I'm going to finish eating up my cheese, take a picture of it, show you guys, and we'll figure out if I have any last words for the evening. Because Jellybean's tired. He didn't sleep much at all last night. So we'll see you guys when the cheese is done. Well, okay. Cheese is done. I got these Fritos. See how it tastes with the Fritos. I have another cheese ball in there if I was hungry. I could have cut some. I should have cut a little more off. That isn't very much. That's really good. The white cheddar cheese ball with almonds on the Fritos, that's pretty good. Well, like I said, I'm tired. I'm going to eat this little bit of cheese and I'm climbing into bed. That, like I said, I have the heater going up. Pretty warm right now. Let me see what I got it set at. I had it at 21. Turned it down to 13. It's 50 degrees in here right now. Yeah, we'll leave it at 13 for the night. It actually seems to run a little better if I set it a little higher. I don't know why. It comes on and goes off a little more often when it's at 8 or 9 degrees. You think it would come on and off more the opposite when it's 13 degrees. But it doesn't seem to. Maybe it just warms the space up and down there enough. I don't know. But, you know what I mean? So everybody, again, thank you so much. I got some love from India today. Love from Scotland. We're going global, people. I know I have people overseas that watch. But it was nice. I got, a howdy from India and a howdy from Scotland today. It was nice. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys watching, viewing, subscribing. Appreciate all you guys watching, viewing, subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing. So you guys, thank you again, though, for all the... Excuse me. For all the well wishes for my birthday and all the beautiful comments you guys have been sending me lately. Really appreciate it. So, hey, you guys have a great morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are. And we'll see you tomorrow on Jellybean Outdoors. Real van life.